Okay, big win for IEP today. There was a $500 million buyback program announced. So that was huge for IEP today. The shares are up 5% plus. So I'll tell you what I did with IEP on the news today. Also, if you hang around until the end of the video, I'll explain why our accounts are dropping from Cornerstone today. So let's get into it. First of all, we're earning over $100,000 per year in dividends. That number will change once Apple and NVIDIA update. We bought those yield max funds recently, and Apple has about a 20% yield, we're thinking, and NVIDIA has about a 50% yield. So this number will update once those dividends kick in. Also, our performance and value shows that we're up 20% for the year. The Dow's up 0.9, SP is up 7, and the NASDAQ is up 17. We're beating the indexes, as I always say, because I tie my investments to the indexes. I just use a little bit of margin to squeeze out more earnings out of our positions. I squeeze out more dividends out of our positions, and I get more performance out of our positions. If the S&P is up 7% and then you use margin and double your position in the S&P, well, then you'll be up 14%. So that's how I'm getting double performance, and I'm getting over 100,000 a year in dividends. Again, it's because I'm using these high yield dividend plays, but also some margin to squeeze more income out of the play. If you need help with margin or Cornerstone or how to play any of these other funds that I recommend, please email me for those e-guides at akintodd48@gmail.com. Please bear with me as I try to respond to everyone's requests. So what did I do with IEP today? I bought some more. As you can see, the fund is up 6.7 now. I had 5,000 in it. Now we have 7. So I'm getting it up to 10,000. That's what I keep my safer positions at. As you can see here, 10,000, 10,000, 10,000. Those are my higher quality funds. My lower quality funds are in the lower thousands or $5,000 range. So IEP is moving up to that higher quality range for me, that $10,000 position mark. And I have to be careful though, because I own a put of IEP. As you can see down here, I own one put at 60, and it paid me $1,500 to do this. If I sold a put right now, I could get nearly $1,800, maybe even $2,000. But I'm scared to sell, and that would also knock down my margin considerably. I'm just scared to put too much into this fund at one time. There's still a federal probe going on with his assets and all of his accounting. I believe he'll emerge with flying colors, but I still want to be cautious as I'm playing with margin. Here's that buyback program announced. Shows here 500 million, it looks like 500 million. So this is definitely a good sign. We're looking for either a higher distribution, a special dividend over his $2 distribution, or something like this, a buyback program. So this is exactly what you wanted to see. So I've added here. I'm still waiting in though, because we don't know what's going to happen with the federal probe. Be aware of that. What's going on with Cornerstone? Cornerstone is down today. When the market is up, let's see, the market's up 0.26. The market's virtually flat. The Cornerstone is down 0.7 and 0.5. Why is that? Well, today they had the dividends. Today was the X date for the dividends. So if you're in on this date, you qualify for the dividend. Now, if you're in on the X date and then the stock drops, that is normal. Okay, this is what all stocks do. Everyone that pays a dividend, whether it be a closed-end fund or a stock, every time they announce the dividend, the stock drops. I mean, this is to prevent people from just getting in before the stock, taking the dividend, and then selling after. So this is the way it works. This is perfectly normal. This is very routine. And as you can see, Cornerstone still manages to rise to a 50%, 30% premium on average after its X dates, and especially after its rights offering. So even though it drops on the X dates and you'll have some volatility here, it ultimately worked its way higher to 30% premiums over time, over the course of that year, before the rights offering occurs, which is when you sell and you buy back after the rights offering. This is how you play Cornerstone. I got one negative comment on my wall today. You should check out that guy's comment. I appreciate the comment. It helps me keep myself honest to my strategies. He was very negative on Cornerstone, but there's really no way you can be negative with it. The only thing that you can say about it is that this chart goes into the ground, yes, but that's because you're not playing the rights offering every year correctly. You have to sell before the rights offering is announced, and then buy back after the rights offering is over. So actually, when the rights offering is announced, that's when you sell. You buy back after. This is how you reset your dividend every year to 21%. This is how you, and then you also keep collecting those drips, and you sell all but 3 shares, so you keep your drips activated. Again, if you need help on how to play Cornerstone, I have e-guides on that. Email me again at aikentod48@gmail.com if you need help with the e-guides. I think that'll do it for this video. Leave comments in the section below if you agree with buying IEP today, or do you think this is just the eye of the storm and IEP is going to fall further? Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.